Gandhi said, be the change you want to see. And that's what working with the Goddess Collective will allow us to do as women, to be who we truly are, to be empowered in our truth and our authentic selves. Welcome to this episode of Dancing with the Goddess. I'm Priestess Tora, your guide to exploring, connecting, and remembering the feminine divine, the Goddess. I'm also the founder of Dancing with the Goddess. We're going to meet the Goddess Collective. And the Goddess Collective is a term that I've been given for all of the goddesses, whatever culture they originated in. In this time period, they've banded together to help humanity survive. If we don't make changes on a spiritual, economic, or political level, it's questionable whether humanity will survive. The planet will survive. So the Goddess Collective is here to help us, because they want us to survive. We are Gaia's children just as much as any of the animals or birds or insects or reptiles or fish. So she wants us to survive. And the Goddess Collective are all daughters of Gaia. I know in some traditions they want you to stay with one pantheon or one goddess, and that's okay. But in Dancing with the Goddess, we dance and we work with all of her many faces and names. So let's meet some of them. The first goddess we'll talk about today is Hecate. She's the goddess of crossroads. When you have a choice or you need to make a decision, she's the goddess to call on. And some people call her Greek, but I see her much, much older. And who doesn't love the Greek goddess Aphrodite, the goddess of love? And she's the goddess of sexual love and lust and all of those wonderful feelings. When you need to transform something in your life, the Welsh goddess Cerridwen is the one to call upon. The Egyptian goddess Bast is the goddess of pleasure. All of her celebrations and festivals were filled with joy and pleasure and laughter. It's very fitting that this goddess was represented by a cat. Aren't cats just the ultimate hedonist? We go to the South Pacific and Hawaii to find this goddess. Hina, the moon goddess, is also the goddess of dreams. In this picture, she's weaving the dreams and sending it out to everyone. We're traveling to the southwest desert of the United States to find this goddess. The Navajo, or the Diné tribe, saw the creator goddess as Spider-Woman, and she wove the world into being. Durga is the goddess of protection. Call on this Hindu goddess when you're feeling unsafe or you need a little bit of extra protection. And I call on her every day when I create my shielding around myself, just so that I know I'm safe wherever I go. The last goddess we'll talk about today is the Norse goddess Hel, the goddess of the underworld. As you can see, the goddess hails from all over the world. So we just introduced a few of the goddesses. So in the comments below, what goddess do you connect with? Is this your first exposure to goddesses? Which goddess, out of the ones I shared with you, appeals to you or spoke to you? Or if you've been connecting with the goddess or know the goddess, which goddess is your matron? Which one do you work with the most? Put it down in the comments. I'd love to hear and see how many different goddesses we connect with. If I had to put one down, it would be Hecate. She's one of my faves. I really connect with White Buffalo Woman, or Bottecelli from the Lakota tradition, which is Native American. I love Minerva, who's the goddess of wisdom, and she's Roman. There's so many goddesses. Oh, Amaterasu, the Japanese Queen of Heaven. Been working with her for a while now, and she's the one that pushed me out of my cave and said it's time to do this work. So you have Amaterasu to thank for me sharing this information with you. Now I know these were just a few. There are so many goddesses. So one of the things that the Goddess Collective does is show us how to be a global community. Because the goddesses originated all over the world. You've got Egyptian, you've got South American, you've got African, you have Chinese, Japanese, British, Welsh, Native American, Mexican, Australian Aboriginal. She's everywhere. And these goddesses have come together to help us. And they're showing us that we too can create a global community. Now with technology, we have a global community. We connect with people all over the world. It's easy. It doesn't matter if somebody lives in Germany. I have a friend who lives in Germany. I can connect with her on Facebook or on a Zoom call, even though I live in southwestern US. It doesn't matter. So it's time to be a global community. Gandhi said, be the change you want to see. And that's what working with the Goddess Collective will allow us to do as women, to be who we truly are, to be empowered in our truth and our authentic selves. And that changes the world. One person being true to themselves shows the way for another person. For us to be centered in ourselves and connected with the divine feminine shows our friend, shows our niece, shows our sister how that is. And they can change and they can model that behavior and connect to that frequency. Next week, I'll be talking about using the goddess as a role model. And this is one of the ways, as we change, we show that change to other people, and they model or emulate that change in themselves. And the world changes. And I have a special gift for you today. I have a guided meditation to meet the Goddess Collective. Click on the link below to get your free copy of this guided meditation to meet the Goddess Collective. Thank you for watching. I really, dearly appreciate it. Bright blessings to you. May you dance with the Goddess in joy and love. I'll see you in the next video.